Hi!
We are live. Welcome everybody to the Supplement Engineer channel. I am back from the dead, not puking my brains out anymore like I was last night and early this morning.
They don't know that.
Have no
you
clue.
have to give them you have to give them background.
Well, see, that's the teaser, and then we
Is
fill
that
in
a
the back.
teaser?
We're going to Tarantino this. We're going to say somebody's puking their brains out, and then we're going to rewind 6 hours to say what happened.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us as always on this Wednesday live Q&As with my lovely wife Sandy.
Hey.
Post up any comments, questions, queries, quips, smart analysis, remarks you have in the feed. We will get to all of them over the next 60 to 70 minutes that we're on here. And we will do our best to entertain you. Hopefully you all are having a merry, happy holiday season. Merry Christmas, even though a lot of people don't like to say Merry Christmas these days. So yeah.
That's what it's about. I have an issue with that.
So last night, I guess around to go back to the beginning of why I was puking my guts out. It was not pre-workout induced. It was
there's no supplement that caused this.
No, I had a massive migraine that struck last night, and then I proceeded to puke 5 times between last night and this morning. We don't need. I'm sure they didn't need to know.
Well, I think that's an important part of the story.
I finally started feeling normal around 1 o'clock today, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock today, which was good, but it was not good.
Yeah.
Migraines suck ass. So made work not really fun yesterday or today. So, but
he tried to work through his migraine.
Yeah.
I don't ever do that.
Cook dinner and do all kinds of stuff, and that led to.
I just go straight to bed.
Yeah, it was not good.
He was doing dishes, and I was like, I thought you said you have a migraine. He's like, I do. I go, so stop. But I think the migraine literally made your brain crazy because you were like, I have to do dishes. I'm like, I can do go lay down. You're like, it's like your brain was like malfunctioning.
You focus on something else
to take away the
searing pain that is going on between your head.
Go lay down. I can do dishes.
Yeah, it was that was a fun night and early first half of the day today. But I'm back normal, and hopefully we'll see how this podcast live Q&A session goes. So thank you guys for joining us as always. If you like what we're doing here, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, do all that. If you listen to the Supplement Engineer podcast or the Final Scoop that we record on Saturdays, leave us a 5-star review on what your podcast listening platform of choice is. So, yeah.
Yay!
Any thoughts before we delve into the comments, Sandy?
Yeah, because you were sitting there trying. I don't know, because you poured it for me. I don't know what it is.
It's that sipping easy.
Acai.
Some nasty ass
sour beer.
Nasty sour beer.
I like sour beers.
Welcome, Chris.
Thank you.
Part-time student.
Where's your glasses?
Exactly.
Where's your glasses?
I mean, my contacts are kind of bugging me.
So wait, why you had migraine? Shouldn't you be wearing glasses?
I mean, I put them in earlier.
He did it again.
Today.
He's like, he's doing dishes. I got to put the contacts in. I'm like, that's a bad thing.
I mean, I went for a walk this afternoon. I wanted to wear my sunglasses, so that's why I had to put my contacts in. So, yeah. You tried the Assassin 6.5? No, I think the profile is the same. It's the one that it was released in collaboration with TJ, so it's like the official FDN flavor.
Oh, okay.
And everything like that. So no, I have not tried it yet. Rob doesn't have the eyes to full scoop Assassin. We have the Hooligan 6. We have
Hooligan
Bomb
6.
Pop and the pineapple mango flavor, I think. That's the one that you full scoop without an issue. I only really need like a half scoop. I've done the 3/4 of a scoop.
Women do well with it.
Yeah, Robbie said like the girls that he's giving it to up in Jersey, they handle all of the stuff really, really well.
Yeah, and I'm one of them. So that's exciting. I can handle something well. It's kind of cool to be one of those girls.
Yeah, it didn't make you wig out as much as I expected, like some hardcore high stem pre-work. Like I thought you were gonna be like bouncing off the walls.
Well, there's some that make me angry. Like those aren't good. I shouldn't work out angry because then I'm like, I can't get this rep. I'm quitting it all. I'm just gonna go watch TV. Like I get angry and I quit.
Yeah.
So you don't want to see me angry working out because then I just stop working out. So it doesn't really work.
I need to figure out some. Whenever you take a pre-workout, like 90% of the time, you start rambling about other shit that's not pertinent to the workout, and you start having all these existential conversations or other stuff like, oh, what are we gonna do next week? What are we gonna do this week? What are we gonna do this?
I see different areas in the house. And I'm like, we need to put up a ceiling fan. We need to do this.
I just want to focus on like the next set of like presses or squats or pull-ups.
Shut up! I just want to do workouts. Yeah, I don't know. My brain, it's 100% or 0.
Or if you could just internalize it and not.
Could I though?
I doubt
is that an appropriate thing? Is that asking rain to be dry? Like, are you internalized?
Yeah.
I don't internalize anything. Thank you.
Do you want to explain the shirt?
These are little tiny crawfish in the shape of a pie symbol. So it's crawfish pie.
So clever. And it's a Louisiana thing.
So it's a Louisiana thing and it tastes really good if you eat it.
Exactly, Chris. Hit the like button, subscribe, notification bells, all that good stuff. You're not entertained. Exactly.
Yeah.
It was not good. It was not good.
It was. You know, that's weird because you're scared. You know you have to do both. And you're trying, okay, so do I sit on the toilet and vomit into the tub? Because I feel like that's your best bet.
No,
if you feel like it's going to come out of both ends, you got to sit.
No, I actually have the ability to control. And you just, you decide. You just switch off one and let the other flow freely.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it actually is. It's been in the 30s every morning so far this week. And the warmest it gets is maybe 55. So right now it's dwindling down. We haven't turned the heater on in like a week, and we wake up in the middle of the night and it's like 63 degrees.
I just want to say, for the record, I was really cold the other night, about to go to bed, and I had wool socks on, and I had a hoodie sweatshirt on, I had my sweatpants on, and I'm like in bed with the comforter. I'm going, it is so cold. And I took off my wool socks. I was like, how are my feet cold? I've had wool socks on. What's going on? And Robert goes, if you want, I can turn up the heater. Do you want me to turn up the heater? Do you want me to set it to, do you want me to turn it up 66. To 65? I was like, do I want you to turn up the heater to 60? What is it in our house right now? I'm freezing. You would turn up the heater to 65. Yes, I would like you to turn up the heater to 65.
Well, you know how it is. Well, like, you turn the heater on just a little bit, then the house gets really hot, and I have a hard enough time sleeping as is.
I hear you.
When the house is cold.
It was just funny. I was like, no, it's cool. I'll put on another pair of wool socks. I'll just double up everything. I got you.
I still get those.
He does.
It's not as bad as like the summer months, but man.
Robert's weird. I love you, but it's weird.
I don't know what, like.
Yeah, I don't know how to keep him cool. I want to keep him cool.
Steaming, hot,
we've tried
boiling
everything.
inferno.
We adjusted where he slept. Like, I slept on one side of the bed and he slept on the other side, but like my side was closer to the vents. And so we switched. Like, maybe the vents will cool you off. This is a math problem we cannot solve. I do not know how to get him.
To go to sleep.
Put the ice packs on.
There's probably something. I probably have some underlying metabolic condition. I'll be dead in 5 years. It's fine. Whatever. Burn bright and then you burn out.
I don't know what it is. What a great way to say it. You burn out, burn up, and then you burn out.
Burn bright and then burn out. Yeah. The girls up in Jersey are probably more manly than the many.
I gotta tell you something. Every Jersey girl I've met, I love. Georgine Rose Ussery is from.
Oh, she's a Jersey.
Yeah, she's from Jersey. I love Jersey girls.
Carolina and Marina and Alina are all cool from Apollon. That I don't know if they actually live in Jersey, but I met them in Jersey. So.
Why are they all ending in Ina?
Because they're all Russian.
But are they related?
No, they're actually not.
That's Katarina.
But they all live. They're all from Russia.
Okay, well, I really like Jersey girls.
Yeah.
They tell it like it is, and I love that.
Exactly.
Oh, I really do. I like people like that.
Girls up in Jersey are probably more manly than many men across. Yes, they are. At least Robert's not going through. Oh yeah, we already hit that. There we go. BertoR, I need the room to be freezing. Yeah, that's me. Second I see, we have blackout curtains. The second I see light, like even like pierce through one of the blinds, like a hole in the blind, I'm awake. I can't sleep.
And I've tried to get him to sleep with those night masks. I'm like, here, just sleep with the night masks. He's like, I can't sleep with stuff on my face. I can't sleep with like a dog or something.
Yeah.
Because I can. No, and when we were in, okay, here's what's really funny. When we were in Michigan, was it Michigan or Minnesota?
Michigan.
Where we took they didn't have a curtain rod or something.
Yes,
we literally like nailed and taped. No, we taped it. We like taped all of the blackout curtains. So like if you had come and visited our bedroom, you would have been like, it looked like a serial killer, you know, like one of those rooms that nobody's expected to go in, but it's pitch black. Like we had taped the blackout curtains to the walls, and that was it. We didn't have any other decorations. So it looked kind of creepy.
No,
we slept great.
As we've talked about before, we're very, very minimalist people. Like we keep the walls of our house fairly empty, save for these LSU band section pictures back here. But like the walls on the opposite side right here, they're all empty. Most of the walls in our living room and bedroom are empty.
And when we moved in, you could tell it was not like that because there's still like nail holes and nails like everywhere. Even in random spots, like in your bathroom that with the door shut where nobody goes in there, there's like nail things. I'm like, she decorated in here?
Well, there's stuff in the pantry. There's a couple signs in there.
There's signs in the pantry. I was like, why do you have decorations in here? Is not the cereal box beautiful enough for you?
Well, we just got supplement tubs in our pantry.
Can we talk about the boxes that Robert got mad at me? Like, not really mad, but he was a little like, I don't know. I wasn't trying to emasculate you or something. Homeboy, but yes.
Philip, you have a keen eye. You have a keen eye.
You have to bake them yourself, though. That's the funny thing.
So this is
they don't come pre-baked.
This is our project. So we've already built one gingerbread
Just changing
house
the subject because I was about to say something to call him out.
We're going to cover up the ugly. Hold on.
This is happening.
So gingerbread man, we made a bunch of these last year, and I thought we've got to make these again because they're awesome.
Yeah, it's really fun. Okay, I'm going to call you out. What does it say? Yeah, that's it. We're trying to be less is more. No, we're so lazy. We just care.
Exactly.
Yes, there
we have
is.
2 Shinetskis, and if Philip's liver is watching too, then that means there's 6 more on the other side, including his wife. Him and his wife has 4 kids.
6 more Shinetskis.
So that's 8 Shinetskis. That's a lot of
Shinetskis. How many Shinetskis can you fit in one house? Okay. Robert.
Oh, which reminds me, I want to tell you.
No, he ordered in the mail. I'm like, ooh, what is this? We're getting like Christmas gifts and stuff. And I'm like, what is this? It was 3 brand new boxes of, wait for it, Gatorade protein bars. And I went, you bought 3 more packages? I went in the pantry, I opened it up, I go, look at all the protein bars. He's like, no, we don't. I eat them every day. I'm running out of them. Like, it's fine. I was like, I'm counting. I'm not going to lie to you. I painstakingly was like 1, 2, 3, 4. Every box, and every box contains at least 12 protein bars. We have, before he bought the 3, 38 boxes, almost all full. 38 times 12 protein bars currently in our pantry. And he goes and buys 3 more. And I was like, what? And he's like, I don't talk to you about your spending habits. I'm like, but I mean, surely if I had 38 of something, you would think it's silly of me to buy 3 more, especially because it's 38 times 12.
Right. But
times 12.
When a bar is less than $1 and it's on Fitness Deal News, we've already said that it's just.
Now, what you and Philip should be with me on this. He had a mama who passed away. Mama was one of those coupon shoppers who was like, oh my gosh, I can get 29 cans of tuna. It's cheaper than buying 5 cans of tuna per unit. So I'm going to buy 29 cans. So it's like, she just had like an entire grocery store in her, when she passed away. It's like, what do we do with all this food? And all of it had expired. All of it had expired. You know why they're so cheap, Robert? Because they were about to expire. To which he thinks like it's just a suggestion. What do you call it in engineering? There's a safety factor. There's a safety factor.
Everything's over-engineered. It's got like a 4 or 5 times safety factor in there. I mean, Philip, chime in. How big is the engineering factor on the space shuttle program that you're working on? It's like a 10x.
So every time there's food that's expired, he's like, there's a safety factor. It's going to be fine. It's like, oh my gosh.
I love protein bars. I have 2 to 3 of them every day.
Which you can do. And then when you have 2 boxes in the pantry, you're more than welcome to buy more. 38!
Pandemic reference. Yeah, there we go.
I mean, call it what you want.
Touche. Something I should tell you. Wait, see, you don't exactly. I'm wasting away here, especially if I have another puking episode like last night.
I should have shoved you.
See, look, safety factor of at least 10 on everything. It's the engineering gold standard.
So we're like really, 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 really safe.
Right. So they expire in like January of next year. They'll be good for another 10 months. So they'll be good till next November. That's fine. Speaking, since Philip's in the chat, he told me something that I haven't actually told you yet.
What?
He applied for, what do you think? That we've always been telling him that he should go and audition for something. Because he's
Ninja Warrior!
Yes.
No! And you're such a perfect candidate because you've got the wife and the 4 kids, and you're an aerospace engineer. So it's like nerd. You know, they love the nerd, like the ones that you wouldn't think work out, right?
Yeah.
Like the guy that's a fitness owner, like that's okay. But like the guy that's like getting his PhD in philosophy and he's a ninja warrior, like that's exciting. So the aerospace engineer with 4 kids at home, how does he work out? And it's gonna like, they're going to come to your house and they're going to show you playing with your kids. You're going to have like 1 kid in your arm where you're like hanging.
And Philip is ideally built for Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a freaking pull-up monkey.
Yeah, he could not do pull-ups for like 2 years and then whip out 25, like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And you're like, that's weird. I thought you hadn't worked out. I was like, I hadn't. That's the gymnastics.
Yeah, I aspire to be able to do pull-ups like my younger brother.
Phil's a strong fella, but he's like Ninja Warrior because he doesn't, no offense to this one, he doesn't like look strong, meaning like he looks like the Ninja Warrior strong. Because the Ninja Warrior people, if you just saw him on the street, you're like, oh, it's not like they're,
It's not a bodybuilder.
They're not a bodybuilder. You know what I mean? It's like functionally fit. So it's like more than meets the eye. I am so excited.
One-armed pull-ups too.
Yeah, he's doing pull-ups right now.
He's got one kid hanging on, and then he's just repping
He's just doing it right now. No, he's got all 4 kids, each limb.
It's one hanging around the neck,
one on the back, one on the front, one on each leg.
Instead of like Goku wore like the weighted clothing in Dragon Ball Z, he's just got kids. He's got
kids.
Time to level up and puts another kid on.
It's just more kids.
Ooh, Scott checking in from Scotland. I got a bottle of Glenlivet for New Year. It's on sale for $20. 27. That's actually not bad. I'm assuming it's one of the 750 ml bottles, not the handle size. It's probably the 750 mils.
Well, don't be crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like scotch because I don't like smoking cigars. I'm convinced that there's a correlation.
There might be.
I think I just need to smoke some cigars, then I'll be like, okay, I'm ready for that smoky liquor.
Or we just got to find a less peaty or a non-peaty scotch, if such a thing exists.
Yeah,
I know,
except
Scott, you
that's
sent me a list a while back.
Scotch, so I feel a little weird saying that.
Or whiskey where you are, Scott, since y'all don't call it scotch. It's just...
Yeah.
There we go. Since Scott is in the chat, he actually sent us a question to review a supplement.
Okay.
Which
then we can talk about holiday movies that he thinks are overrated that are actually really good. Robert has a bad sense of bad movies. He doesn't know what a bad movie is. Go ahead. He thinks he knows what a bad movie is, but they're really good movies.
You know what? This is supposed to be an informational Q&A, and what these have turned into the past.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to bash you because I love you.
Here we go.
I think you're fabulous.
It's the anti-supplement engineer.
Okay, here's the thing. Everybody knows you're fabulous. I think it's important for me to like even the what Robert's so amazing. What's wrong with him? Nothing's really wrong with him except this is what's wrong.
They don't know how amazing I am. I'm quiet. I'm just the nerdy guy that asks questions.
I kind of feel like everybody knows how amazing you are. You're very winsome. I think he's winsome. That's why I married you. I won some.
Okay.
Okay, tell me about
this. This is what Scotty Mac sent us question saying USN Hardcore 19 Anabol Testo capsules. So obviously, as the name implies, can be a natural testosterone booster for male enhancement and performance. I'm going to go just, like high level stuff most of the time with natty test boosters and stuff like that. They don't really do a whole heck of a lot. What their main benefit is going to be maybe increasing libido, might increase performance to a certain extent, help reduce stress, which is going to have a downstream or like an auxiliary effect. So testosterone and cortisol have kind of an inverse relationship. So when cortisol is really high, testosterone is going to be lower. So if you're always stressed out and freaking out and like got to have a bunch of things weighing on your head, you can have low testosterone, you can have low libido, you're not going to be performing as well and things like that. So that's where most of these things go. Some of these compounds that are typically used in test boosters will have a marginal impact in raising like serum testosterone levels or total testosterone levels or free testosterone, but it's not going to be anywhere near the magnitude as if you took like a needle and injected testosterone in your arm.
Obviously.
So I think that's where there's a disconnect because a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to take a natty test booster. It's going to give me the same results as like, juicing up and shooting, jabbing a needle in your butt cheek or something.
So there's misinformation or
misleading advertising and marketing and stuff like that. So the profile on this one isn't bad from like the research standpoint. So right here, leading things off like the main heavy hitters, we got Korean root or Panax ginseng. There is one study that uses the 3-gram dose that shows it improved libido in men. There's also a study in women where it gave them 1 gram of the Korean extract and it improved their libido in terms of but they were overweight and had menopause. So that's kind of like that doesn't really carry over necessarily to a healthy young man. So basically, if you're a healthy young dude, like anywhere between 20 and 40, you really don't need to even 45 or 50, I would say, you don't even need to mess around with natural testosterone boosters. But that's the market that these things really go into.
Okay, wait. Now I have a question. So I'm a guy. What's wrong with me using a testosterone booster? Why can't I pay the money for it if I feel like it's doing a good thing? Is it not doing a good thing?
It's going to have like a smidge impact at best.
It's not. What about cumulative? What about like because your body is so used to having this in its system, maybe it prevents degeneration?
It doesn't work like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? That's crazy because I'm married to you and I still feel like, go for it.
No, I mean, D-aspartic acid, DAA. There's 3 grams is the typical dose used in studies for this. There was one study showing that it improved strength and testosterone levels in men. However, a couple of years later, another study came out and showed it actually led to decreases in testosterone levels with that. So my kind of take on D-aspartic acid is that, hey, if you're like 45 or over, you could take 3 grams and that might help, but cycle off of it. Use it for like 4 to 8 weeks and then take it off of that.
That's good.
Oyster extract, which is a natural source of zinc. It's also considered an aphrodisiac, so it might have
I love oysters.
So this is going to be a natural source of zinc. They've also got added zinc as zinc oxide in here, so 10 milligrams.
Why is zinc good?
It's involved in the production of testosterone.
What do I use zinc for?
It's just an essential trace mineral that your body's going to use for a bunch of different biological processes.
But it's not going to make me produce more. It's not going to make me do it.
No,
it makes you do it.
If you have a zinc deficiency, supplementing with zinc could boost your testosterone production, but that's because it's addressing a deficiency. If you already have normal zinc levels in the body, supplementing with extra amounts isn't going to raise it.
It doesn't do anything.
No.
See, this is crazy. I mean, it sounds like this is all nonsense.
Yeah. Fenugreek, 600 milligrams, that is the research back dose of fenugreek. It's actually been shown to, it's in the AML test formula. It's been shown to inhibit the aromatase enzyme, which is the enzyme that converts testosterone to estrogen in men.
Oh, so they want to stop that.
Right. By inhibiting aromatase, you limit the conversion of testosterone to estrogen. So indirectly by,
giving you more testosterone.
Right,
hey, is there an indirect bad correlation? Does your body need that estrogen for something? And if you inhibit it, is that going to have a negative ramification?
If you take like a prescription aromatase inhibitor, something like an arimistane or Arimidex or something like that, if you take it and you go too much, that's when you start getting like achy joints and you start feeling chills and stuff like that.
Because you need that woman love in you.
Well, men need estrogen to a certain degree. I'm talking like professional bodybuilders that take like these massively harsh estrogen blockers, like these suicidal aromatase inhibitors, where it completely crushes your estrogen production, and that's when you start getting creaky, achy joints and things like that.
Can you replace it? Can you fix it later?
Yeah, if you cycle off the that, you can.
I don't know if it was irreparable.
No, but the 600 milligrams of fenugreek is a quality dose on that. Maca is usually you need like a 3-gram dose of that, and so this 10-to-1 extract, it's probably supposed to be equivalent to 1,500 milligrams, but the research back dose on Maca, again, it's another like libido virility enhancer kind of thing, is 3 grams of that. So the recommended dose for that I would suggest is Lepidamax, which comes from the Greek name of it, Lepidium myini. So. And then boron, which again is another trace mineral that's involved in the production of testosterone in the body. Again, like we said with zinc, addressing a deficiency will give you back to normal baseline testosterone production, like natural production. But if you're not deficient in any kind of mineral or anything like that.
So this is if you're already deficient.
Yeah, that's
and you're not prescribed.
Right. That's where a test booster may have some benefit and might help with some stress reduction and things like that. But overall, I'm just not a, Yeah, that's what
That's funny.
It is. It's supposed to go in
your butt,
the gluteus maximus. But remember Rocky IV? I mean, who knows what they were jabbing in a Drago's arm? So Glenlivet is quite smooth. We're gonna have to try it.
We're gonna have to try it.
Scotch and cigar. What scotch do y'all usually drink, Chris?
Which night? Am I the only one that's curious? What night?
Is
it Wednesday night? I'm feeling Wednesday because you gotta get over the hump. Little scotch and cigar.
We are awesome. Yes, she's especially awesome. I'm just me.
I get my evaluations from my students this week. They could rate you on a scale of 1 to 4, 4 being the best, 1 being bad, and there's no middle ground. It was either like you're good or you're bad. And I had students walk in, they're like, I gave you all 4s. So I was like, thanks. But we'll see how I did.
So how much do we owe them?
No.
For saying that?
No. If I got 2s, I will work over this holiday to fix it and be stronger at it so that I'll be better. Yeah, I improve. That's what you do.
It's been 5 minutes. Anything else you want to tear me down about?
Yes. Thank you. Go ahead, Robert.
TRT. If you are
TRT? You have to
testosterone replacement therapy.
Oh.
So also you could say HRT, hormone replacement therapy. I mean, if you're doing it under the administration, supervision, and recommendation of a doctor, then I think it's a good thing. It could, help address deficiencies and whatnot. If you're one of these pro bodybuilders that says, I'm just using it to address a hormone deficiency, but you really, cramming in a whole bunch of other kind of stuff into you.
You're using it to get buff is what you're saying is bad.
Not bad, but if you're a pro bodybuilder saying, I'm just on TRT, we know that's not the case. You're injecting a whole bunch of other stuff.
Are you allowed to be on TRT if you're a professional athlete or a student athlete?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
That's beyond
the
scope of this podcast.
Okay.
So, but I don't have any issues on it. I mean, I don't have low testosterone levels, but if you are like an older guy that has chronically low testosterone, like clinically low stuff, I mean, testosterone's involved in a whole bunch of stuff. It'll ruin your mood, your productivity. It'll lower protein synthesis in the body. It'll cause lean mass loss, increase fat storage, all of which has several downstream metabolic consequences in the body that aren't good. can increase the rates of depression. There's a bunch of links between increased cardiovascular disease and mortality with low testosterone levels, suppressed immune function. So yeah, if you are clinically deficient in testosterone, I would definitely think it's a good idea to probably go see a doctor about getting those things rectified.
I don't know how the human body works. Help me understand something. At what point does the body, like you're a growing boy and then you become a man. I teach high school students. They keep growing in college. Is that testosterone increase? Is there, what's the, if I was doing a graph of
once you hit
time
30,
and testosterone, how does it?
Once you hit 30, everything starts trending downwards.
30?
Yeah, that's where natural production starts waning off slowly.
Okay, so here's my question. Is it possible that teenagers and young adults are low, or is it just pretty much everyone pretty much has all the testosterone they get the testosterone they need up till age 30? Then you start seeing low testosterone. Do you know cases in 20-year-olds?
Yeah, there's certain issues like that because there's a genetic component to it. There's also things like if you are severely obese or inactive, that will lead to lower testosterone levels too, because the more body fat you have on there, the higher estrogen levels are, the lower testosterone levels that you have in the body.
Like the guy with boobs in that movie with Brad Pitt and Edward Norton.
Fight Club?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that could definitely have an impact on it. So it's going to be on an individual case basis, but pretty much all like hormone production, like when you hit 30, same thing with like collagen production, it starts as like a slow, steady decline.
So do you need to start? See, that don't make any sense. So then you said if you're clinically low, why can't a 31-year-old start taking all this stuff?
If they're not in the subclinical range, then the doctor's not going to prescribe it to them. There's a huge
it's
range.
Prescriptions? Yes, I couldn't just get some?
No, we're not. Men aren't fortunate like women where we can just go to the pharmacy and say, hey, give me some hormone pills.
I think someone should sue the courts and say that it's sexist that women get free hormone therapy, birth control, but men don't get free testosterone. Because it's the same thing, and if women get it for free, then men should get it for free. And the court's already opened this can of worms by letting it free for women, so men should just soak that up. Equal rights, people.
I saw Philip on the string. I think there goes another Shinetsky.
Yes, you would.
There you go.
He's a strong Phil.
He is.
He's just so strong.
All right.
So Christmas movies.
Wait, we've got to address the comments before you start ripping me a new one on something else.
I'm not going to rip you a new one. I'm going to disagree with you because I think you feel pretty strongly about your opinion.
I prefer the Glenlivet, but it's a toss-up depending on the cigar. Okay, well, when we put it in our total wine order, we'll throw a bottle of Glenlivet in there.
You know what? We'll order a bottle, and then it'll just sit there because I'm not going to drink it.
I'll try it.
We'll try it next week.
Sandy needs to try the Screwball whiskey.
What's a Screwball?
No, let's look it up and see.
Is that orange juice?
Whoa, what was that?
I think I just fell. Sorry.
Gross. What kind of woman are you? Oh, we did see this. The peanut butter whiskey.
What?
I told you we got that recipe in like the little email newsletter from Total Wine. How to make the peanut butter old fashioned or whatever.
Wait. I don't understand. Screwball sounds like a type of drink. Is it?
It's
you mix peanut butter in it?
No, it's like a peanut butter infused whiskey.
So a Screwball is a peanut butter infused whiskey?
Yes.
Oh, well, then yeah, let's try that.
Yeah.
Order that.
That was on the whatever the recipe was.
That sounds cool.
It's at Total Wine. I mean, we got the little mailer for it. I couldn't remember what the.
Oh my God! I could drink it while eating my Fit Butters.
Yeah, PB&J cocktail. Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, buddy.
That sounds awesome. Okay, let's do it. We're ordering some.
Okay.
Hands down. So Robert, tell us what holiday.
Does ZMA actually go Tigers, Blake? Yeah, buddy. Does ZMA actually increase test, or is it only helpful for the zinc, magnesium, B's?
And is it very helpful to supplement? I feel like it's always helpful.
The studies that were on, I was using athletes that were in like a chronic state of like higher end training, and so they had depleted. Magnesium is one of the most common deficiencies, especially in the athletic population. Zinc's another common mineral deficiency. What that's mostly doing is addressing nutrient deficiencies in individuals and enhancing their sleep. So sleep deprivation is a massive stressor to the body, and it also elevates cortisol levels, and as we talked about earlier, elevated cortisol, decreased testosterone, so on and so forth. So by helping you sleep better and addressing those mineral deficiencies, that's how ZMA would be like a test booster, sleeping enhancing ingredient, because magnesium's also got some calming and relaxation properties, especially in like the brain and the muscles and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't recommend it just as a solo supplement. If it's part of it as like a more comprehensive sleep aid, that's where I think it's fine there. All right. PB&J. Okay. Screwball whiskey. Try it.
That sounds good.
I do like that. Was one of my grandpa's favorite drinks, or he liked Black Russians, from which we made the Dirty Polak.
It's delicious.
Berto, top 3 nootropics. Are you? Let us know.
Let's
in the
go
comments.
individual.
Do you want
first.
individual ingredients, or do you want
Do both.
Full products?
I say do both. 3 individual products. I'm gonna guess, and I'm probably gonna be wrong. Are you ready?
Well, like individual ingredients.
Yeah, individual ingredients that you would take.
It's such a case by case basis.
Acetylcholine. Did I make that up? Is that right?
Acetylcholine. You've got some.
Wait, why is that funny? I don't know why that's funny.
You kind of hybrided the name of the ingredient and what it does into 2 things. All right, individual ingredients.
Okay, wait. Teacrine?
That could be considered a nootropic. Keep going, you're on a roll here. What's your favorite ingredient?
I like lion's mane.
There you go. What are your favorite 3 nootropics?
Nobody cares. Go.
You are such a ham.
What did I say wrong?
Acetylcholine?
Is that wrong?
Yes. You're close. Okay, so
sorry.
a good trifecta to boost acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is the learning neurotransmitter, so it's going to improve.
I feel like I was really close.
You were very close. You were very close. You hybrided acetyl-L-carnitine with acetylcholine or CDP choline. So, man, top 3 nootropics. It really kind of depends on the application. Like, do you want something acute? Do you want something for long-term brain health?
Gut reaction. Just go.
CDP choline.
No, that didn't say that. Go ahead.
Well, you said L-choline. He said acetyl-L-choline. CDP choline, 250 to 300 milligrams. I'm not going to count teacrine as a nootropic. Okay. I put that more as like an energy
caffeine.
booster.
Okay, so you use caffeine.
Yeah, I use it.
Caffeine?
I mean, that's like a.
Would that be part? Okay, so
it's got some neuroprotective benefits and some productivity benefits. I'm not going to include caffeine because caffeine is just kind of ubiquitous. It's everything.
What about lion's mane?
Yeah, I like lion's mane a lot.
What was the second coding?
CDP choline.
CDP choline, and what's the third?
Neurofactor.
Neurofactor. I've heard you say that.
Neurofactor. I love that.
Well, that one I should have said because I could pronounce that one.
Yeah, those are all great, but there's so many other good ones. L-tyrosine is great. Nupept is good on occasion. I've got 10 milligrams of Nupept coursing through my brain right now. Vinpocetine could be good for increasing blood-brain flow. What else?
Wait, I had a weird.
Mucuna pruriens, which has L-dopa in it, which is the direct precursor to dopamine in the body.
What's Bacopa monieri?
Bacopa monieri?
Yeah.
It's an adaptogen, so it improves the body's stress response, but it also enhances memory and cognition and things.
So that's a good one, right?
That's one of the things, because all the time I get questions like, I just had one the other day. Hey, what nootropic should I take every day, or can I take nootropics every day? And I said it's a really an individual ingredient basis. So certain things like huperzine that have a really long half-life.
You don't want that.
I recommend cycling that or taking that not every day a week. Same thing with Nupept. Modafinil, if you can get your hands on any of those kind of affinils.
What about Neurofactor?
Neurofactor I would take every day. That would do lion's mane I would do every day.
Bacopa monieri,
take that every day. Acetyl-L-carnitine you probably could take every day. There's no need to that. And CDP choline you could take every day just because a lot of people don't get enough choline in the diet, and there's so much.
Because what has choline in it?
Egg yolks, beef liver.
That'll do it. The beef liver.
CDP choline, plus it also enhances ATP production in the brain, in addition to
these sound fabulous.
Acetylcholine and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah. See, Bacopa monieri.
I don't know if I could have a top 3 nootropics. I said, do not take modafinil every day.
Do not take that every day.
Do not take that every day. Do not. Yeah, I mean, lion's mane's awesome. I take Bacopa every day. I take lion's mane every day. If I had bulk Neurofactor, I would take that every day. I don't take CDP choline every day because sometimes the pre-workout I'm taking or the nootropic has it in there. Other days I just don't take it because some days I just don't use anything. I just have a cup of coffee and I'm more good to go. I do take teacrine just about every day.
I have a random question.
But I don't classify it as a purely nootropic. It's more of an energy boost or a prolonger, although it does stimulate dopamine pathways in the brain and things like that.
Okay, I have a question. So those drinks, the energy drinks that we have with zero power?
Yeah, zero performance.
Zero performance.
It's got CDP choline.
Okay, no, but my question is, what if somebody started making a drink that people drink like bangs every day. Does somebody put all those nootropics in an already drink and they can just drink it every day?
Well,
Is that a thing?
A lot of these things are super hard to flavor, and they're not in RTD. So you'll get some of them. You'll have a few things, but you won't get them. You won't get like a comprehensive as if you just get like a nootropic scoop out, because those things are horrible to flavor and stability and solution and all of that. A new and nootropic / energy booster I do want to try that we have here. I just haven't cracked it open yet. Is Dynamite, which there's a full article written up on the Supplement Engineer site if you want to go check that out.
That sounds like an Incredibles character.
Dynamite.
That's
mushrooms, best to take one lion's mane or a combo of mushrooms like Genius mushrooms. Subtle product plug there, Devin. Subtle product.
I like Genius though. I forgot it. I didn't even know. You think he works for them?
Yeah, he's a rep with them.
Craziest thing. I love their company.
I know he does rep their products.
I love it. First of all, their name is awesome. Hi, I use Genius Joy. Genius Sleep. I'm a genius, so I use Genius.
You want your other beer?
Funny story. I opened a beer as he yelled to me from the kitchen. He was like, "Hey, your beer's in the freezer." I was like, "Cool, it's in the fridge." So that's wrong. And then I opened it. He's like, "No, it's already open in the freezer." I was like, "Yeah, I'm opening it right now." He's like, and I was like, "What glass should I use?" He's like, "It's in the glass in the freezer." And sure enough, I opened the freezer and there's a glass of beer, and I'd already opened the new beer. And I was like, "Oh, I really should listen because this is awkward." So this is my second beer that I opened because the first one was already sitting waiting for me in the freezer. He kind of took care of everything.
Yep, I am amazing.
He is amazing.
I am amazing. So let's use Ingenious mushrooms. We got cordyceps.
Wait, show the bottle.
Woo. Genius mushrooms, which this has been long expired. Not expired, long finished off. But there's a safety, what do you call it? Safety factor, yeah. So it's got organic lion's mane, organic reishi, and cordyceps militaris. All good stuff in there. And some of them have the fruiting body. So we've got the mycelium of the cordyceps militaris, and then we have the fruiting body of the lion's mane and the reishi. I think it really kind of, there's beta glucans and polysaccharides and all these fun little bioactives that are in mushrooms. It really depends on what benefits you're going for. Like, you're going for overall, just kind of general health and wellness, immune support.
I just want everything. I want to be good. Why would someone not want this?
Well, it depends on like the dose. So the one study that was done in humans on lion's mane improving cognition, they gave them 3 grams a day.
What does this give me every day?
This gives you 1.5 grams, but 500 milligrams of lion's mane. And so you get 500 milligrams of the reishi and 500 milligrams of the cordyceps.
I still don't associate. What?
It depends on the application. So I think there's individual benefits to each mushroom. I think if you're going for like just the general ballpark thing, then doing a blend of mushrooms is probably a good way to go. If you're going like purely for like cognitive benefits, I would stick more to lion's mane. If you're going strictly for like immune stuff, stick maybe to like reishi, turkey tail, and things like that. If you're going for endurance and performance exercise, cordyceps is kind of the way to go.
Wow.
So if you're just kind of going like all encompassing, yeah, this is a pretty good way to go.
Know thyself. Learning, that's the biggest thing. Dostoevsky says, well, really not him, but Zosima the elder in Dostoevsky's Brothers Karamazov says, lying to oneself is the greatest sin. So know yourself and then own it. Yeah, sorry guys.
Leader Foley. There we go.
Sorry guys.
Leader Foley.
I'm sorry guys. I am not a supplement engineer.
Yeah, keep the comments and questions rolling, guys. We're about 40 minutes in, and we'll be on for probably another 30 minutes until we have to kick Sandy out to go pick up the halfling.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go get soup noodles, aka pho, because it's awesome.
Favorite pump product?
I shouldn't do that. It's embarrassing.
There are so many good pump products on the market. It is really hard to
name your top, just off the top of your head. Pump, go, 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 bam, bam,
bam. Primeval Labs Mega Pre White is a really good one, which I just talked to their guys today. They've got a new version of that coming out. Actually, it might be up on the site now.
Okay.
So Mega Pre White is great. Apollon Nutrition, Hooligan Bare Knuckle, obviously awesome. Plasm Surge from Glaxon is great. Ghost Pump is awesome. Inspired Nutraceuticals FSU is their stem-free pump. That's fantastic. Innova
like
Farms.
Florida State University?
That or shut up.
I was like, Florida State.
Yeah, that too. What else? Innova Farm has two different really great pump products. One is Nova Pump, and then Nova Pump Neuro, which is basically a nootropic complex added to Nova Pump.
That I would try. We have it here. I love it. Try it. Innova Pump Brain. What'd you say?
Innova Farm.
Innova Farm.
Nova Pump Neuro.
Nova Pump Neuro.
Yes. So those are a few of my favorite pump products. There's so many good ones. If I've skipped one, then trust me, there's a ton of really good ones. Would there be any benefit of Bacopa? Yes, because Bacopa has memory enhancing benefits that are different from its pure stress reduction benefits. So Bacopa also stimulates GABA receptors in the brain. So that is the primary inhibitory neurotransmitter. So it slows the firing of neurons, kind of calm you down if you're feeling a little overamped. But it also actually acts as a mild acetylcholinesterase inhibitor.
The thing I was trying to say.
Yeah, which is the enzyme that metabolizes acetylcholine in the brain.
Okay.
So you'll get, and it also stimulates production or activity of choline acetyltransferase, which is the enzyme that catalyzes the production of acetylcholine. So you're having something that slows the breakdown while upregulating the production of acetylcholine. So you get more learning benefits there. So that's kind of what plays into its memory enhancing effects there as well.
Okay.
It's also got some serotonergic effects as well. So serotonin is one of the happy hormones in the body. And so since Bacopa, causes an increase in that pays into its mood.
Who doesn't want to be more
benefits.
happy? No, really. Who doesn't want to be more happy? Conversation with them.
Do you think nootropics work? Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like that's the only thing that
if they're dosed effectively, like they are in Nova Pump Neuro, then yeah. I mean, in that you're getting, what are you getting in that? You're getting 200 micrograms of huperzine, you're getting alpha GPC, you're getting 600 milligrams of alpha GPC, 2 grams of L-tyrosine, a gram, I think, of acetyl-L-carnitine, and I think there's one more other ingredient in there. Yeah, so if the nootropics are dosed effectively and efficiently, yes, I definitely think they can be.
Is this funny? I'm sorry.
Uncle Eddie drinks a lot of White Clams until we get an alcoholic pre-workout. Do you mean White Clams or White Claws?
I think he means White Claws.
It's probably White Claws. Uncle Eddie's the one from Muscle Players. I met him up at a pond when I was up there.
First of all, he needs to take a different beverage.
Well, yeah,
we make fun of people who drink Zimas, okay?
Yeah, I think Uncle Eddie just forfeited his man card by saying he drinks White Claws.
Stop drinking. What's the other one? Zima. What's the other thing we used to? Smirnoff Ice.
Smirnoff Ice. White Claws, Trulies.
Are you a 14-year-old girl?
I mean, my sister drinks White Claws, so. Well, Gerhard from Fitness Informer, the VP of Fitness Informer, likes White Claws.
So there's White Claws. Okay.
Yeah, it's
or not.
Or you
drink a beer or some vodka. Some vodka.
Wait, this little dainty.
That's a beer.
It's 4.5%.
Beer. That's not a White Claw. I can make fun of White Claw.
That's a chick beer. What is the alcohol content in a White Claw? What's the ABV?
Oh my god! If it's more than my sour beer, I am officially
5% alcohol. 5% alcohol, and you were drinking a 4.5% alcohol beer.
Okay, but mine looks like a beer. I hate you all. I don't know. Fine. Hypocrite. I am a hypocrite.
Oh, what is White Clam then?
All right, wait, now what is a White Clam? Is it actually alcohol? Now I feel bad. We need to owe Uncle Eddie an apology. All we get is White Claw. Ooh, I see pasta and clam chowder.
Clam in a can. Is he drinking just clam?
You don't know what you're saying.
Is this like a Jersey thing? All I'm seeing is like linguine with clam sauce.
Okay, which sounds delicious. I want some clams with linguine.
Yeah, give us a little more info or a link or something, Chris, because I'm kind of.
Maybe he literally just drinks clams. You know, like how you eat oysters? We're figuring this out.
Oh, that's an amazing profile, yes.
I love, and yes,
yeah, there's a huge, on the West Bank, there's a huge Vietnamese population. They make some of the best French bread oh my goodness, it's so good.
I love
Dong Fong Bakery in New Orleans. Oh man, so good.
No, pho is the best. And it's the only thing I can drink in Austin, Texas with the allergies. It's like, I can't. Oh my God, and the broth is it's so good. And the people don't understand. Like, I don't like chicken noodle soup. I don't want your chicken noodle soup. But like, I want pho. And I always get the ribeye pho. Because they throw it in raw and it cooks it. It's awesome.
I'm a chicken pho guy.
I love pho.
Got beer in New York. That's Christmas cookie. Ooh.
What? That sounds delicious.
2 years ago, I tried, I think it was the Sam Adams. They had a chocolate beer, some kind of chocolate fudge beer or something like Christmas stout. It was a chocolate Christmas stout or something.
See, you know what we need to do? We need to do the Advent beer calendar. So our friends, you know how you have an Advent calendar where December 1st through December 24th, you get like a piece of candy or something from a little box, and they do things like that all the time. He gets a beer. He has literally a 4x6 of different beers, and you drink one each day, and they're all Christmas stout beers from different places.
Yeah.
We need to sign up for that.
We do.
Merry Christmas to you next year, buddy. Yeah, it is. I'm not saying that on TV or whatever this is.
FSU is the only non-stim pump I could feel the effects of in tropics. Yeah, go ahead. If you like that, go ahead and give because that's dosed incredibly well too. Go check out Nova Pump Neuro from Nova Farm. That's another one that's super heavy on the nootropics, and you will. I
love nootropics. That's how I work out, except poor Robert did say. I tend to talk a lot about other things too.
Bye, Phil.
Bye, Phil.
Have fun. Go knock out some more one-on push-ups.
Super fun.
Cases pre-made. Yes, that's exactly what they have. They have a pre-made Advent case.
Oh, so cool.
That's what. Give me that next year for Christmas.
Okay. I don't really give gifts for Christmas. We don't really gifts.
Give gifts.
Not sure what's happening.
Beer.
You think it's my 4% beer? I disagree.
I doubt it.
I disagree, sir.
Sicario is good too from ASC Supplements. That's the company that made Bomba.
Bomba.
Yeah, Sicario is good. I like their stim-free pump. The stim one, El Jefe, their stim pre-workout.
Woo! Boss. Isn't that Boss?
Yeah, the Boss. That one was really uneven for me. I don't know if it was the stim profile or the ratio or how much I took of it or something. That one, like some days it made me feel great. Other days, like it made me feel like unmotivated, like tired.
I gotta be honest with you. We give a lot of credit
to
the pre-workouts, but if you didn't sleep well and you're having a bad day, that pre-workout is not going to change you around. It's really.
But that's the purpose of a pre-workout. It's like to give you that liquid encouragement that you need when you're just not.
I know. I have to already kind of be in the mood for a pre-workout to give me that maximum benefit. I have to open the door. If I'm not opening the door, it's not going to open my door for me. If that makes any sense, I have to be in the mood, kind of.
Yeah. Thoughts on psilocybin? Okay, so that's a psychedelic thing that's in magic mushrooms. Remember?
Wait, do people use it other than just psychedelic? Like, do people microdose it?
Yeah, you can microdose it, and then it would kind of eventually build up in your system.
And then what would happen once it builds in your system?
You start to get a little bit less anxiety. You start to be less egocentric, and you start to be a little bit more productive, a little bit more creative. That's why people are taking it. Remember to listen to the mushroom guy, Paul Stamets, on there, and you started psilocybin.
But I didn't know that after taking it in tiny doses for an extended period of time, it changes your personality.
Well, it can start to build up to where you start to become like less attached to like
earthly things.
Yeah. And things like that. You become more creative. Your mind's a little bit open. These are all subjective anecdotal accounts you'll hear from different people that have experimented with it. Would I ever be interested in trying it?
I don't need to go on a psychedelic trip. My life is full of color.
No, but I'm thinking of like, from like the microdosing aspect, just to like tap, like so I do with bourbon, like you tap the brakes on your body's ability to.
You want to know what writing would come out? You know what would come out? Yeah. All work and no play, me, Robert and no boy. All work and no, like that's what would come out of you, because you're a big Stephen King fan. Let's keep it real.
I am. I do like Stephen King.
Actually, now I'm kind of curious to see you on what is it?
Psilocybin.
Psilocybin.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't pay money for this guy, huh?
I am very curious about it. I think it would be cool to. Getting your hands on some magic mushrooms, but the first time I would not want to do it by myself. That's one of those things.
You need a guide.
Yeah, you need like a shaman to like guide you on your journey or something.
First time, I'm sorry. So after one time, you'd be like, "I got this. You can go."
No, just have you strap me to the bed in there.
Like Odysseus hearing the sirens. Just tie me. Just tie me.
Lock me in the bedroom and just lock me in there with my laptop and keyboard and just let me.
I would love to know what you write.
Come out of there 100,000 words.
Now I'm this close. Is it illegal? Okay, never mind then.
Certain states, yes.
Never mind then. But I'm just saying I'd be tempted to see what would come out of your mind. I'm not interested in what would come out of mine. Everybody knows what comes out of my mind.
Your mind's already screwed up.
I got freaking like diarrhea of the mind. It just comes out. I don't need any mushrooms or something.
Go out in the woods, yeah. And then I'll come back like buck-ass naked, rolling in.
With like a tree. Like you would have ripped a tree. Yeah. It's like I got a tree because I felt like I needed it.
So,
I think through his trip. I don't think I should go on one. Besides, that'd be the most boring trip. I feel like I'm one of those people that like if I get drunk, I just get sleepy. And then if I get
unless it's tequila, then you get crazy.
I don't want to talk about that. It is.
Oh no, let's talk about Sandy and tequila. Oh no, let's spend the next 30 minutes.
No, I want to talk about you and the movies that you don't like and the movies you think are bad that are good. I've been waiting. It's okay though.
Sandy, I tried to tell Robert to go. I'd like to see a pre-workout that is just a base. Then you add your flavor on the go, much like the drink additives are.
Oh,
that would be really cool.
Sorry, that was really loud.
I think the difficult thing to do in that, Chris, would be so you'd have to, I mean, this would have to be something very unique to a certain company. It couldn't just be like, hey, you go to bulk supplements and you buy random pre-workout ingredients and like you concoct your own pre-workout, because each of the flavor systems that's in a pre-workout is unique to that assembly of ingredients. So you take like a Pollen's Hooligan product, the flavoring system in there is going to be different than a flavoring system that's in Inspired's pre-workout or Innova Farms pre-workout and all of those things. So like you would have, that one company would have to say, here's our bulk formula. And you just do that. So it's got, 8 grams of citrulline, it's got, 2 grams of tyrosine, a gram of agmatine, all so on and so forth, 200 milligrams of caffeine, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And then it could give you different individual flavor packets of that. So where you buy like a 10-pack and one flavor pack's of pineapple mango. The only thing I could see is maybe it's cost prohibitive because you have to go through all the separate manufacturing of the individual sticks of flavoring. And it could be it would be more expensive to the consumer. I think it's a pretty cool idea. I wonder about how that would work from the logistics standpoint and the manufacturing standpoint.
I had an idea that when you go to a restaurant and you go to the fountain drink, that there's a separate ice container for each drink, and it has frozen of that drink so that the ice cubes match the drink, so that when the ice melts, it doesn't dilute it. So I get Coke cubes and Diet Pepsi cubes and orange cola cubes. And then if I wanted to be crazy, I could get orange cola cubes with my Diet Coke spring. I could do it if I wanted to. This is a genius idea. I invented the seat belt going across the shoulder in the back seat middle, by the way. No one's giving me credit for it, but I invented it years ago because I always sat in that seat because I was the youngest of 3 kids. And I knew, why does everybody else have one across their shoulder and I just have one across my waist? This isn't right.
Because the middle person is expendable.
Well, I invented it, and so you're welcome, car companies.
Yeah, in the words of TJ, yes, fuck labor.
Yeah.
Crushed my dream on it already.
No, I know. I'm with you.
Hey, Chris, if you got the idea to do it, man, start up a company and test it out. I think it would be cool. You just have to work with the flavoring house to nail down the exact flavoring.
I think it's a good idea. I love ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tequila's a hallucinogenic. I'm telling you right now, it makes girls go crazy. There's a country song. What is it? Tequila.
Mockingbird.
Oh. But that's really funny. Something should be called Tequila Mockingbird because that's really funny. Okay, I think the country song is called Tequila Makes Her Take Her Clothes Off, and that's like the thing. Tequila makes people crazy. I don't know if it makes boys crazy, but it definitely makes girls crazy.
Well, then maybe we need to start.
Exactly.
We'll start a project.
You're
You'll be the creative. We'll be the.
You'll be the creative, like in Mad Men.
There we go. Yeah.
I'll just be sitting there drinking and like, I have an idea. Now you do something with it.
Exactly. Yeah. You, me, and we'll get Robbie out of Pollen to go into. We'll just get a whole manufacturing facility up and running. We'll put these things out. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Here we go. Keep the comments going, guys. We've got maybe another 5 or 10 minutes before Sam's gonna have to part. Have we ever tried Morphogen? No, I've had Ben on the podcast twice now. He's offered to send me some stuff to try. I just have never taken him up on that, and I haven't purchased anything.
What's Morphogen?
Very, very massively dosed products. All of his products, I believe, he just prices them all out at like $48, but that includes like free shipping and stuff like that. But yeah, he does. When people say, "Oh, that's too expensive," I'm not going to dose things that hard. He just kind of gives the middle finger to the industry. Says, "I'm just going to put it out there. If people want to buy it, great."
That's exciting.
And he's also got protein bar on the way, Morphobar. And so he's got a whole bunch of stuff, but really, really well-dosed products and all that.
That sounds great.
My one, not gripe, but it's just not for me, is that he has theanine in his pre-workout, and I don't like theanine in pre-workouts.
Robert doesn't like theanine.
But there's a bunch of other people that do, which is why we see it on so many products. It's just, personally, I don't like theanine.
Yeah, we need like a blood panel. I'm worried for him to get a blood panel because who knows what's going to come back. They're going to think you have like issues that you don't even have because you get so hot in the middle of the night. There's something up there. Not like up there, but like there's something.
Yeah, I don't know. Tequilas are fighting words.
Tequila Mockingbird. Sorry, that's really funny.
Yeah,
I love puns.
I stick to bourbon, and that's about it. The occasional beer. A Abita Amber doesn't give me hangovers. Too many stouts will.
Gin? Does gin give you?
I haven't had gin in so long. Not really since your
Gin gives me headaches, and it really breaks my heart because actually some of the drinks with gin are so delicious. I just want to drink them. They're getting figgy with it. Yeah. They're getting figgy with it. I love getting figgy with it. And then I have a headache afterwards. I was like, God, I shouldn't have taken the fig with it.
Yeah, it's probably all the tannin and all the fun other little
Maybe it's the
bioactives in
figs.
there.
Let's blame the figs.
Or your body's just not calibrated to drink gin.
Did you know that figs are the nesting ground for mosquitoes? Or flies. They go in there and then they lay their eggs, and then the eggs hatch inside the fig, and then they fly out, and then you eat the fig. Did you know that? Did you know that? It took me years to eat a fig after that, and now I just don't care. But I want you to know.
She loves sour beers. Have you tried Sour Monkey?
Have I tried sour? I don't know. Have I tried Sour Monkey? Yeah. Order one on the next Total Wine purchase.
We can see if it's on there. So Sour Monkey.
Sour Monkey.
Let's see.
That's Sour Monkey. That's not the right words. I'm singing it wrong intentionally.
Let's see if they got Sour Monkey.
We're going to look right now, and if they have it, I'm going to buy it. They do.
Victory Sour Monkey.
I want it.
9.5. American Wild Ale, 9.5.
You're trying to get me drunk.
There you go. 3 different
This
yeasts.
Twice as much as what
Brettanomyces.
Oh, I'm excited.
Tang and wildflowers, Pilsner malt, and coriander.
I love sour beers. Let's do it. My favorite is Berliner Weiss of any type of sour.
Yeah.
So basically, if I go to a brewery and it's Berliner Weiss, I'm like, done. I'm going to be happy no matter what.
So it'll be on the floor halfway through it, is what that's telling us.
Maybe we'll order it and I'll do it next time.
Yeah, I'm a stout, porter, and amber kind of guy. So, yeah, I stick to that or bourbon. So, yeah, we're good.
Yes.
All right, guys. And then we are...
we're going to head out.
We're going to do that.
I'm going to go get some pho.
Enjoy that and have a fucking good time with our daughter.
We'll have that good time.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Shoot us an email if you have any other questions or topics you would like us to address on a future Q&A. And make sure to like, comment, hit subscribe, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.